you a real G and you've been in the game, you know that when a woman tells you we not sleeping together tonight, that is a test. Okay, guys, because more chances than not, if you pass a test, you will sleep with her. Most guys who are either not experienced or who've been misinformed, they think when a woman says I'm not sleeping with you tonight, they think that she's just trying to cover her ground and let him know up front he's not sleeping with her so he won't try. Okay, guys, a woman who tells you that, she wants to see that you are a real man. And if you have a desire to sleep with her, you will still raise her up, you will still be seductive, and you'll get her in the bed. What's going on, fellas? Let's get right into it. One of the parts of being red pill is understanding female nature and understanding that since the beginning of time, now until the end of time, women will always shit test men. Okay, guys, and what I'm seeing is a lot of guys still do not understand this. All right, guys, women will always shit test men, especially the men that they're interested in being with. All right, fellas, because one of the things that you have to understand about shit test is simply just a filter. All right, guys, that's what shit tests are. They're simply just a filter. And it's a filter for the woman to try to see who you really are. All right, guys, if you're a competent enough man to be with her, if you're a strong enough man, if you're a confident enough man, if you're a capable enough man, all right, guys, to actually be with this woman. This is why women shit test men. And women will always shit test men until the end of time. So you cannot get around this. All right, fellas, you cannot get around this. Too many guys try to get around this. And what a lot of guys do now, especially since this information is out, because to be honest, guys, if you're not red pill aware today, by now, guys, man, you live under a rock. Because with all the YouTube channels, with all the manosphere coaches, with all the red pill gurus, you should at least understand female nature to a degree. All right, fellas. So what most men do when they start to understand female nature and they understand that women shit test them, a lot of men will call out women. They will call them out and they'll let the woman know that he understands that he's being shit tested. Okay, guys? And I'm going to let you know this is the wrong thing to do. You never call a woman out when she's shit testing you. What you must do is you must play the damn game. All right, fellas, you have to play the damn game. And a lot of guys today may say, well, why do I have to play the game? All right, guys, what's the point in playing a game? I don't want to play games. I'm tired of playing games. I just want to get down to the point. If you like me, tell me you like me. If you want to be with me, tell me you want to be with me. If you don't, tell me you don't. And that's what a lot of guys are shouting today. But I'm gonna tell you today, bro. Your big brother KD is here to tell you today that you will never win by doing that. Yes, it may make you feel better. Yes, you may feel some type of superiority by calling her out, but you are not gonna sleep with this woman. She is not gonna give you the box, and she for damn sure is not gonna be with you if you don't understand that you have to play the game. All right, guys, and playing the game to men, it seems like childishness. It seems foolish because when we're interacting with other men, we're trying to be friends with another man or we're trying to do business with another man. We don't want the games. We want it straight to the point. Okay, what do you want? This is what I want. This is what you want. This is how we can benefit from it. But when you're communicating with women, guys, it is totally different. And this is where a lot of guys mess up. They don't understand that men and women, how we communicate, how we get our point across, how we express emotions, how we express interest, how we show attraction are totally different. All right, fellas, totally different. And one of the things you need to understand that if a woman is shit testing you guys, that can be a good sign, okay, guys, because what that means is that she's interested in you. All right, fellas. Now, when she's actually shit testing you, all right, guys, like when you first meet a woman, all right, and y'all link up, y'all meet each other on a date, y'all meet each other at a bar, at a park, wherever y'all first meet up, she will shit test you, especially at the beginning. Okay, guys, I don't care how alpha you are, how red pill you are, you still would get shit tested. And as a matter of fact, the more alpha you perceive to be, okay, guys, and the more red pill you perceive to be, the more she's gonna shit test you at the beginning. All right, fellas, because women go through this screening process when they meet men. And to be honest, a lot of guys think it's just always how attractive you are, how confident you look, how tall you are, how strong you look, how much money you got. Yes, that is part of the screening. But another part of the screening is the shit test, because she wants to know, is that guy really who he says he is? Is he really that alpha guy that he walks around and claims he is? Because a lot of people fake these days. All right, guys. And it's not even about these days that a lot of guys are faking. It's just from a primal standpoint, bro. Like I said, since the beginning of time, women's job is to shit test men to make sure that they don't have babies with a man that's not capable enough. Bro, back in the day, bro, way back in the day, women would get a death penalty for being with the wrong man, for being with the man and having babies with him, and he can't take care of her, and she ends up a single mom out there, bro. They receive death penalties from that. Now, nowadays, being a single mom is like glorified, but back in the day, bro, it was frowned upon. It was not a good thing. So women had to be very cautious of the type of men that they interacted with, and not just interacted with, but especially slept with and had babies with. All right, guys. So this is the primal, natural, biological reason for these shit tests. They will happen. I don't care how red pill you come off. A woman will still shit test you, and you have to pass it in order to get her in the bed. You know, a lot of guys want to know what are some type of shit tests that a woman will give you. I told you guys this story before, how when I met up with this chick that I was dating for like a year, the first time we met up, and we met up at a restaurant. All right, guys. And I'm looking good. I'm smelling good. You know, fitted clothes on, looking real good, bro. All right, ready for the date. But what she did was, and I noticed what she did, as soon as she came in, she ramped up the shit test, bro. I'm talking about the first words that came out her mouth was a shit test. She was kind of teasing me about my shirt that I had on. And you guys always know how I wear my shirts. I wear them fitted, I wear them tight on me. And she was teasing me about that. You know, not necessarily teasing me, but just kind of poking at me, a little bantering. You know what I mean? And she went on to say, "Oh, that shirt kind of tight, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's tight on me. It looked good, huh?" You know, and that was a shit test. That was to test my confidence. Because when you show a woman something, okay, you show a woman a certain personality trait or characteristic, she's gonna poke at it. She's gonna test you to see if that's who you really are. All right. So example, I came in a restaurant looking confident, looking good, swole, looking jacked. And she wanted to test me to see how confident I was about that. Am I really confident, or I'm just some swole dude who's walking around faking? All right, fellas. And obviously, confidence is one of the traits that women desire, women look for. So she had to make sure, are you really this man? Okay, will you freeze up in front of a beautiful woman? All right, guys, are you socially aware? Are you socially awkward? Can you communicate? Do you have confidence in yourself? These are things that women test for, and they will poke at you. Okay, guys, just to make sure. And this what confuses a lot of men, like I said, because men, bro, when we talk to other men, bro, when I'm talking to my boys, I don't have time for games. All right, guys. If I ask him, "Hey, bro, you good?" and he tell me he good, I'm gonna take it as he's good. All right, guys, 100%. All right, guys. If he has a bad attitude and he's flipping out about something, whatever he's flipping out about, I'm gonna take it as what he said. All right, guys. If he's flipping out about the books or the payroll, I'm gonna be like, all right, it's the books and the payroll. But with women, bro, women will flip out about A and really mean B. Okay, guys? And a lot of fellas will be like, well, why don't she just tell me what she thinks? Why don't she just tell me what she really feels? Why don't she just be honest with me and stop playing games and not expect me to read her mind? Fellas, I'm gonna give you a news flash. Women want you to read their mind. As stupid as this may sound, as dumb as this may sound, as childish and as immature and as a waste of time as this may sound, this is female nature. All right, fellas, if you're looking for a woman who's just going to tell you what it is straight up every time, all right, guys, you are not looking for a feminine woman. That is a masculine woman. Because one of the traits of a masculine man is being deliberate, being straight up, being straight to the point. That is a male quality. That is a male characteristic that is not in females. Since the beginning of time, I have never met a feminine woman who will 100% tell you what it is, tell you straight up. When she's mad, tell you she's mad. When she's happy, tell you she's happy. When she's worried, tell you there is not a woman walking this planet, a feminine woman at least, that will be like this. All right, guys. So you have to stop expecting male nature out of females. All right, fellas. And a lot of guys don't understand this because they either never been taught this or they've either never experienced this. All right, guys, women and men are totally different. So when women shit test you, all right, guys, this is a filter. So you have to understand how to play the game. All right. The real G's, the real Max, the real Chads, they know how to play the game. They understand when a woman says, yeah, I'm okay, it doesn't really mean she's okay. All right, guys. They understand when a woman says, let's just be friends, that does not mean you still have an opportunity to get in. That's a rejection. All right, guys. That is a test. All right, to see if you will still try to be her friend and one day sleep with her, or just let her know, I don't do female friends. I'm actually sexually attracted to you, and that's it. We can't be friends. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for a lover. All right, guys. The Chads, the players, the guys who understand female nature understand when they're being shit tested. So you got to pick up on these things, fellas. And from my observance, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of guys don't understand shit tests these days is because of dating apps, online dating. Because back in the day, bro, when you wanted a woman and you want to holler at a woman or interact with her, you would approach her, you would walk up to her, let her know who you was, let her know you thought she was beautiful, and then the dialogue and the bantering and the interaction would begin. And in the midst of that, there would be shit tests. She will be scanning you, she'll be reading you, it'll be a little bit of back and forth poking. And the guys understood that. They knew, they were actually expecting that. When I used to holler at chicks when I was younger, bro, before all these date naps and stuff, G, I was expecting women to test me, women to give me a little pushback, women to kind of not reject me, but give me a challenge, test me a little bit. I was expecting that, and it was all good because I understand if she is going to give up the box, one of her most prized possessions, she has to test me. All right, fellas, you got to understand this, guys. You got to understand how sacred this is, fellas. It's just like when you want to give a woman money. Okay, before you give a woman money, you have to test her. Now, your test may be a little bit more direct, okay, guys, and less discreet than her tests are. All right, and less confusing, but you're still going to test her before you give that up. Why? Because you know that that's important. Okay, you giving up your financial resources, you taking care of a woman, you providing for a woman. All right, guys, you committed to a woman. That's a big deal. So before you do that, you got to find out what type of woman she is. Is she going to be loyal? Is she going to be a great mother? Is she going to be supportive? Is she going to be nurturing? All right, guys, is she going to take care of you in a feminine way? All right, fellas. Now, obviously, most men don't test women. They don't think to test women. They kind of just give it all up. But you get my point. Okay, guys. So women will shit test you. Okay, guys. And even after you get into a relationship with a woman, she still will shit test you. Now, it will be more passive in a relationship, obviously, because you've already passed the hypergamy threshold. You already got in the door. You've already qualified as her best option. All right, guys, but the shit tests do not end. They keep going. And depending on whether or not you have a masculine frame or not, all right, the less masculine frame you got, the more she's going to shit test you. All right, fellas, because women naturally, they want and they desire masculine men. And if you're not showing masculine qualities, she's going to be confused. All right, guys, because remember, you've already passed the hypergamy threshold. She already let you in. All right, now if you start dumbing yourself down, starting to be more feminine, start slacking, she will shit test you. All right, guys, because her radar is going to go up to say, wait, he came in as an alpha. Now he's being beta. All right, I need to shit test him to find out, is he really an alpha or is he really a beta? Is he having a down moment? Like, what's going on? All right, guys. And this is the confusing part that a lot of men don't understand. If a woman is questioning you and she's trying to figure out like where you stand, most guys think, well, why don't she just come talk to me about it? You know what I mean? Or express herself. Fellas, again, this is not how women are. All right, guys, women have to shit test you. All right, guys, why they playing games? This is the game, fellas. This is what it is. Why do you think they call it game? Why do you think they call it running game, spitting game, learning game? All right, guys, I'm giving you the game right now. All right, fellas. So there is a difference between disrespect and shit test. Disrespect is very clear. All right, it's very direct. You know when a woman's disrespecting you. All right, guys, but you can't be too sensitive when they're shit testing you. Like I said, in a relationship, the shit test will continue, but they'll be more subtle. All right, guys, they'll be more passive. Like I give an example, and I've given this example many times. You come in from a long day of work, your girl been home all day, and you've been working 14 hours. You come in the house and now she complaining about the trash. Can you take the trash out? And you like, all right, I'll take the trash out as soon as I, take my clothes off, get relaxed, I'll take the trash out. And then she start tripping. You never take the trash out. And by all means, remember, you always take the trash out. You always on your stuff. But that day, she flips out on you about not taking the trash out. When you know in your head, you're logically thinking, dude, I always take the trash out. Why are you telling me I never take the trash out? And then she follows with, you don't love me. You never loved me. You never loved me. All this stuff, bro. This is a shit test. All right. This is a shit test to find out how you will respond to her emotions, to her reactions, to her chaotic nature. All right, fellas, too many guys are trying to change women. You cannot change women. All right, fellas, and it's usually the guys who they understand or not understand female nature, but they are at least red pill aware. Like they've gathered all this manosphere, red pill information, and now in their head, they're pissed off at women. They're in the red pill rage phase, as I like to call it. All right, guys. Now they're pissed off at women and they understand women, but they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to respond to it. So they get pissed and they try to make women logically explain themselves like we would. Bro, as men, we are the logical ones. We are the rational ones. We are the ones who move off of reason and facts. Okay, guys, and we make a lot of objective decisions. Okay, guys. Women, on the other hand, they're different. Women make a lot of subjective decisions. Women think emotionally. Women are very irrational. They're chaotic. And here's a secret, guys. The more feminine she is, the more erratic, chaotic, all these things, the more she's going to be. All right, guys. Now, as women mature, obviously some of these things are more contained and they know how to gauge it. But for the most part, bro, I don't care if she's 20, I don't care if she's 60. You will get shit tests. Okay, guys, you will get shit tests. And the biggest thing is that women, like when they shit test you guys, especially when you're in a relationship and you're getting passive shit tests, women don't want you to call them out on a shit test. They don't want you to tell them, I know you're shit testing me. Okay, you need to be logical. I know you're shit testing me. What you're telling her when you say that is, I figured you out, but I want you to act like a man. And we need to have a man to man conversation instead of a woman to man conversation. All right, guys, you will arouse, turn on, and attract way more women if you understand how to speak women's language. Not talk like a woman, but understand their language. Understand what they're saying when they're saying it. All right, guys. And the fellas who are watching this who are too lazy to do this, you have to understand that women have to understand men's language as well. They have to understand that when we say something, we're not speaking like them. We're not speaking in imaginary, hypothetical, emotional terms. We're speaking facts. That is what we want. Women have to understand that too. All right, guys. And on the contrary, we have to understand them. And that's the crazy thing. Like women don't want to understand how men talk, and women don't want to, and men don't want to understand how women talk. That's what it is, and we all get it. All right, guys. But the true players, guys, the true game masters, all right, guys, the real red pill aware guys understand female nature, and they understand that shit test will always be here. Because the truth of the matter, guys, is when women shit test you, bro, most of the time, especially in relationships, they don't even know that they're doing it, bro. It is so natural that they don't even know that they're shit testing you, guys. All right. Most women don't even know what shit tests are. They just know that they do it. And matter of fact, they don't know that they do it. All right, guys. But if you explain to them, they'll be like, oh, wow, now I see. But it's not their job to understand. All right, guys, it is not their job to understand. It is a natural thing that they do. It is natural and they cannot help it. They've been biologically hardwired to shit test men to weed out all the weak men and reproduce with the alpha men. All right, guys, this is how it works. Areas where women will shit test men sexually. Women will test you based on your sexual capability. All right, guys, and a lot of guys fail at this big time. A lot of guys fail at this big time. You know, like when you're trying to sleep with a chick, and she's pushing you off her. Now you have to understand when no means no. You have to understand when no means no. But when you get into situations like where women say, "Oh, I'm not sleeping with you tonight," she tells you that before a date. I'm not sleeping with you tonight, bro. So many guys pass this shit test. This is like one of the most famous shit tests ever, ever. And most of you guys that's watching this, you've had a woman tell you before a date or before y'all went out that she's not sleeping with you. Okay, guys, or she's not having sex, or she don't have sex on the first date. That is a shit test. That is to see how you will respond to that. If you respond, oh, it's okay, I respect your decision, I understand that you need to wait 3 months before you sleep with a man when you meet him. Guys, that's one answer, or you can answer with another answer like, yeah, all right, we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many ways you can answer that, and how you answer that would determine whether or not you sleep with her that night. Okay, guys, because if you a real G and you've been in a game, you know that when a woman tells you we're not sleeping together tonight, that is a test. Okay, guys, because more chances than not, if you pass a test, you will sleep with her. Okay, guys, but most guys who are either not experienced or who've been misinformed, they think when a woman says I'm not sleeping with you tonight, they think that she's just trying to cover her ground and let him know up front he's not sleeping with her so he won't try. Okay, guys, a woman who tells you that, she wants to see that you are a real man. And if you have a desire to sleep with her, you will still raise her up, you will still be seductive, and you'll get her in the bed. Even if she's telling you no. Now, if she's telling you no to the point where it's deliberate and she's just not willing to give it up, that's a totally different story. Totally different story. All right, guys. But sometimes this is a version of a woman poking at you to see how competent you are. Okay, how versed you are with dealing with women. Okay, guys. And I think that is the biggest reason why women say that. They want to see how experienced you are with women. They want to see if you can take that comment or remark from her, okay, guys, and get her in the bed in the midst of all those shit tests. She wants to see that. Okay, guys. So I'm trying to give you the game. I want you to understand, bro. Shit tests, okay, guys, they will always happen. Women will always do it. All right, fellas. So you got to understand, if you get into a relationship or you're dating a woman, if she's ramping up the shit test, it's either two things, bro. Either something's wrong with her, okay, guys, or there's something that you're doing and you're lacking at, okay, guys. Now, depending on what answer you pick, that's going to determine if you get better or not. Okay, guys, because you can say, oh, it's her, it's women, she's being irrational, she's being unreasonable, she's not making sense, she's not telling me what's really on her mind. You can do that, bro, and be with all the other betas who don't get no ass. Okay, all the other incels, all the other black pill men who want to blame women for everything, bro. Or you can get on the side and say, okay, she's shit testing me. All right, guys. Either there's an area where I'm lacking, okay, guys, or I just need to pass the shit test. One of the two. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for watching today. All right, fellas. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. Thanks for all the support. It's your boy KD. We out of here, baby.